When cleaning your vehicle by valeting, steaming, waxing or polishing, make sure the engine is also sound. Servicing your vehicle with Gold synthetic oil and any quality Gold oil massages the engine, removes deposit, protects it from wear and tear for longer lasting performance, and makes your vehicle feel pampered. Made for diesel and super engines. Remember, after every 15,000 kilometers of enjoying your ride, service your engine with Gold synthetic oil.
Well, you're a champion. That's why I, Azuma Nelson, 3 times world boxing champion and a patriot, always choose Goil.
Ashene Pankasa. Goil, good energy.
They have done it before. When we want to talk about PRESEC, I think I can spend the whole day talking about the exploits of PRESEC. 7 finals, 1 5. Impressive record. Impressive record.
Conveniently pay for my utility bills, my son's Cartoon Network on DSTV, and renew my internet services package. I can securely send my sweet mother her monthly allowance by simply transferring funds from my bond account into hers. I can also pay the gardener through any of the mobile money platforms available. I can verify if the check to the vendor has cleared. Now let me guess my sister is here at time so I can peacefully go back to sleep. With Bond Mobile app, you can do your banking anywhere. Download the Bond Mobile app on Apple Play Store or Google Play Store today. Bond, your success, our passion.
There's always that one individual so selfless and caring. The world still has caring people. Getting unexpected help is a joy for us. That's why at Prudential Life, we've introduced Ultimate, the no-lapse guarantee on your Premier and Classic farewell plans. The biggest challenge for most clients having a funeral policy is the fact that when they are unable to pay premiums due to financial challenges, the policies elapse and the full benefit falls off. We have introduced the no-lapse guarantee on our funeral plans. This ensures that you don't lose your full benefit during challenging financial moments. Prudential. Always listening, always understanding.
Please, whatever you do here, people are watching you all around the world, all around Ghana. Please comport yourself. So tell your mates in school, hey. Please, and once we start the contest, audience at the back, please comport yourselves. We have been talking about that. We have the police with us. If you misbehave, they will easily escort you out of the building. Please, please, when we say this, we are not just blowing hot air. We are serious. If we see you misbehaving, we will just escort you out and you will not be allowed entry. Please take note. So the winner of this contest, as I said, makes it to the semi-finals. Semi-final before you go to final. Calm down, calm down. Don't rush. Don't rush. One by one. Don't rush. We'll know the winner by midday, so calm down. In a contest like this, don't drag. 1 hour 30, 1 hour 45 minutes, we should be done. So please, we know before we go for lunch. At 1 p.m., we'll have Ghana National College, Ebri Girls, University Practice, SHS. Then at 4 p.m., St. Louis, Sandema Senior High Technical at Disadel College. People are mentioning the names of schools to get an easy path. You think so? Then tomorrow, 10 a.m., Opokuware, New Drabin, Maoli. 1 p.m. tomorrow, Keta, Kuforidia Sectec, Archbishop Porter Girls. 4 p.m. tomorrow, St. Peter's, Wesley Girls, Aquinas. Then Saturday, 10 a.m., Tamale SHS, West Africa SHS, Kumasi Senior High Technical. 1 p.m. on Saturday, St. Margaret Mary, Holy Child, Krobo Girls. 4 p.m. on Saturday, Accra Academy, Islamic, Prempeh College. So the winners of today's contest will meet at the semi-finals. The winners of tomorrow's contest would also meet. The winners of Saturday's will also meet at the semi-finals. Then the winners of those semi-final contests will clash at the finals. Please, audience, once again, comport yourselves. Teachers, if you would like to contest any answer, please, I'm the one you speak to. I'll be up there. Please come immediately. You have an issue. Please come. And we would like to appeal to teachers also to control your supporters. If anything goes wrong here, we will hold you responsible. Please. All students, please heed to whatever instruction the teachers will give you. Please, all students, heed to every instruction the teachers will give you. We don't want to involve the police. Please, MFANTSIPIM, PRESEC, KNUST, please. This year, we've also introduced substitutions. So if you like to substitute, end of round 1, round 2, or latest round 3, I'm the same person you have to come and speak to. Please come. As soon as you have the thought of substituting, just come, so we can make arrangements for that. So please take note. Those scoring to please score for all 3 schools. So as soon as we bring our scores, we can just move quickly.
welcome to the 2017 edition of the National Science and Math Quiz. Yes, Christopher. You're right. Senna.
Perimeter.
You're right. Yes, Priscilla.
NH3.
You're right.
It was exciting getting all the points in the last round to catch up.
No school is too little to be bullied.
Yes, Wanda.
Operation.
You are right.
I can conveniently pay for my utility bills, my son's Cartoon Network on DSTV, and renew my internet services package. I can securely send my sweet mother her monthly allowance by simply transferring funds from my bond account into hers. I can also pay the gardener through any of the mobile money platforms available. I can verify if the check to the vendor has cleared. Now let me guess my sister is here at time so I can peacefully go back to sleep. With Bond Mobile app, you can do your banking anywhere. Download the Bond Mobile app on Apple Play Store or Google Play Store today. Bond, your success, our passion.
Here at the RS Amagashi Auditorium, and we're getting ready for the first quarterfinal contest to actually commence here at the RS Amagashi Auditorium. Now, the auditorium is full to capacity. If you go outside also, the basement of the RS Amagashi Auditorium,
When cleaning your vehicle by valeting, steaming, waxing, polishing, make sure the engine is also sound. Servicing your vehicle with Gold synthetic oil and any quality Gold oil massages the engine, removes deposit, protects it from wear and tear for longer lasting performance, and makes your vehicle feel pampered. Made for diesel and super engines, Remember, after every 15,000 kilometers of enjoying your ride, service your engine with Gold Synthetic Oil.
Goil, you're champion. That's why I, Azuma Nelson, 3 times world boxing champion and a patriot, always choose Goil.
Ashwini Pankasa. Goil, good energy.
I can conveniently pay for my utility bills, my son's Cartoon Network on DSTV, and renew my internet services package. I can securely send my sweet mother her monthly allowance by simply transferring funds from my bond account into hers. I can also pay the gardener through any of the mobile money platforms available. I can verify if the check to the vendor has cleared. Now let me guess my sister is here at time so I can peacefully go back to sleep. With Bond Mobile app, you can do your banking anywhere. Download the Bond Mobile app on Apple Play Store or Google Play Store today. Bond, your success, our passion.
The National Science and Maths Quiz is the longest-running independent production on television. It's the one program that brings education authorities, teachers, allied staff, students, old students associations, and parents together in support of science education at the senior high school rank of the education ladder. The objectives of the National Science and Maths Quiz are to promote the study of the sciences and mathematics.
Welcome to the 2018 edition of the National Science and Math Quiz. We are finally at the quarter-final stage. Hooray! This stage is also known as the money zone. The money zone is proudly sponsored by GCB Bank. What it means is that each point is worth 5 Ghana cedis. Nobody is leaving here empty-handed, except if you wind up with a negative score, at which point you will pay the money into the GCB account. Anyway, so each student will wind up with, each of the contestants, 3 contestants and their teacher, will wind up with 5 CDs for each point end. Let me give a word of advice though. Money will come and go, but your knowledge and your character will stay. So please don't focus too much on the money. That's my advice. All right. So this first quarterfinal contest is featuring KNUST Senior High School, MFANTSIPIM School, and Presbyterian Boys Senior High School, LEGON. Let's meet the contestants. Presbyterian Boys Senior High School. Presbyterian Boys Senior High School is represented by
Mula Nathaniel, final year.
Yosin Samuel, final year.
You're welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
Fine.
What does it feel like quarterfinals, 2018 edition, National Science and Math Quiz.
It feels exciting and.
Oh, speak up.
And feels exciting.
Exciting.
Yeah, we just thank God that He has brought us this far.
All right. Now let's take our minds off the contest for a moment. Only one moment. When I last met you, you were talking about Messi.
Yes.
World Cup. What happened?
It's rather unfortunate. Argentina disappointed me. I don't know, but then they didn't do well at all. It was just too bad.
It's too much.
No, it was too bad. Argentina, they disappointed me very much.
Okay, console yourself because you have a job to do today. So what are we expecting from you?
That the mercy of the Lord will speak, and that in the light of Christ we shall light.
Best wishes to you. MFANTSIPIM School. Oh, you may sit down. MFANTSIPIM School is represented by
Uswapia James, final year.
David Ansabel, final year.
You're welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you, madam.
How are you doing?
Fine.
What does it feel like to be in the quarterfinals of the 2018 edition of the National Science and Math Quiz?
It feels great.
Great.
Yes, very great.
Hey, when it feels great, you look so somber. Anyway, so what have you been doing since we last met? Other than the studying, please.
Well, we've asked God for the victory for today and the contest to come.
That's it.
Yes, I believe you do it.
Okay, so what are we expecting then?
We're expecting God's will to be done, and that we enter the next round of the competition.
All right, best way. KNUST Senior High School. KNUST Senior High School is represented by You're welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you, madam.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Good. And how are you feeling about being in the quarterfinals?
No, the feeling is exciting. The feeling is exciting.
Exciting. Okay, that's wonderful. What does this contest mean to you?
Winning this contest will prove us to be good in the school, and we hope to put up our best, and we know with God on our side we emerge victorious.
You are also following the World Cup.
Yeah.
Is your team still in there?
Yeah.
Which team was that?
Spain.
Spain. Okay. What are their chances?
99%.
All right. Coming back to this contest, what shall we expect?
We know with God on our side, we emerge victorious at the end.
Best wishes to you.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, madam.
So viewers, we've met the contestants. Everyone is here to win. Before I sit down though, I would like to acknowledge that the National Science and Math Quiz is sponsored by the Education Service through the Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools. We also have support from GCB Bank, Accra College of Medicine, Medifem Multi-Specialist Hospital and Fertility Center, Lancaster University, Ghana, Academic City College, West African Center for Cell Biology of Infectious Pathogens, WACBIB, Awake Purified Drinking Water, GTP, MFA Jewelry, and Hoti Makeup. The mentorship sessions are sponsored by Bond Savings and Loans and RMG Ghana, and SciTech Fair 2018 was sponsored by Goyle, Prudential Life Insurance Ghana, and Talo Ghana Limited. Our media sponsors are City FM and Joy News. This is a primetime production. My name is Elsie Fakofman. I'm your quiz mistress. Contestants, the contest, as always, comes to you in 5 rounds. The first round is a round for fundamental concepts. The questions are simple and direct. I'm expecting simple and direct answers from you. If you answer your major question correctly, 3 points. If the question is incorrectly answered, it becomes available to the 2 other schools. A school may ring and attempt an answer. If it's right, a bonus point. If the answer is incorrect, there's a penalty point. For questions that require calculations, you have 30 seconds to present your answer. If there are no calculations involved, you have 10 seconds to do so. All questions, all of them, are to be attempted once only. Best wishes to all 3 schools. First set of questions, 30 seconds, and I'm going to start with you, KNUST Senior High School. Your question. A string is stretched across the bridges of a sonometer, which are 1.00 meter apart, by a 0.800 kilonewton tensile force. Find the mass per unit length of the string if its fundamental mode frequency is 40.0 hertz. Aka.
Madam, we have 80.00 kilograms per meter.
That's incorrect for bonus. Which of you, please raise your hand.
0.500 kilogram per meter.
That's incorrect. The right answer is 0.125 kilogram per meter. MFANTSIPIM School. Find the tension in a string of length 1.00 meter and mass per unit length 0.400 kilogram per meter, whose fundamental mode frequency is 25.0 hertz. Yes, so what's up here?
1.00 kilonewton.
You're right. Presbyterian boys, your major question. The fundamental mode frequency for a string stretched across the bridges of a sonometer is 2.0 Hertz, when the bridges are 25.0 centimeters apart. Find the fundamental frequency when the bridges are 75.0 centimeters apart and the tension remains unchanged. Wula.
14.0 Hertz.
You're right. Next set, 10 seconds with a preamble to all schools. When I get to your school, I will give you a bacterial structure. Please give the function of the bacterial structure I give you. Did you get your preamble? All right. So KNUST, Fimbri. Yes, Bakun.
For anchorage.
Yes. Not available. MFANTSIPIM.
Final part of the bacteria, and it also prevents desiccation.
I'm not going to accept that for a bonus. It's not just the interior part is protected. It actually protects the whole bacteria from engulfment by eukaryotic cells such as macrophages. With the same preamble, endospore.
The endospore reproduction, that is sexual reproduction in the bacteria.
That's incorrect. For bonus. Oh, the primary function is to ensure that the bacteria period. Next set, 30 seconds with a preamble to all schools. Preamble. Find the value or values of X if the given matrix is inverse. Your preamble. So, matrix A, 2 by 2 matrix with elements. X, 5, X, X. Yes, Aka.
Madam, X should be 0 or 5.
Yes. MFANTSIPIM, with the same preamble, your matrix B is a 2 by 2 matrix with elements 4, X, X, 9. Yes, Oswapia.
The value of X is plus or minus 6.
You're right. Presbyterian boys, with the same preamble, your matrix C is a 2 by 2 matrix with elements 3, 3, X, negative 5. Your son.
X equals negative 5.
Yes. Next set, 10 seconds. KNUST. Bubbling CO2 gas through lime water is a test for CO2. What is lime water? Yes, Aka?
Lime water is a compound with the formula CaCO3.
That's incorrect. Yes, Uswapia.
Lime water is aqueous calcium hydroxide solution, and it has the formula Ca into brackets.
Okay, okay, that's fine. Your major question. Bubbling a limited amount of CO2 gas through lime water produces some observable results. State what can be observed and explain the chemistry of it. Owuswapia.
The bubbling CO2, limited amount of CO2, results in the formation of a milky solution, which is due to the presence of the formation of calcium carbonate in the solution. And the equation is given as Ca into brackets OH subscript 2.
It's okay. Presbyterian boys. When excess CO2 is bubbled through the milky suspension or solution, what can be observed and why? Wula.
The white milky precipitate, which is formed initially, will dissolve into the solution, so the solution becomes clear or colorless. And this is due to the formation of calcium hydrogen carbonate in the solution as a result of the bubbling of the excess.
Next set, 30 seconds with a preamble to all schools. Preamble. 2 glass plates with a common area of 0.50 meters squared have a 2.00 millimeter thick layer of liquid between them. Temperature changes result in changes in the viscosity of the liquid between the plates. Did you get your preamble? All right, once again. 2 glass plates with a common area of 0.50 meters squared have a 2.00 millimeter thick layer of liquid between them. Temperature changes result in changes in the viscosity of the liquid between the plates. Now the questions. KNUST. Find the force needed to slide one plate relative to the other at 2.0 meters per second when the viscosity of the liquid between them is 2.0 pascal second. Yes, back home.
4.0 millinewtons.
That's incorrect. All right. Go ahead, answer Bell.
It will be 1.00 kilonewton.
I'm not going to give it to you, and I'm going to give you a stern warning. If I'm trying to hear an answer and you disturb me by ringing, I will start deducting points. Okay? The right answer. The right answer is 1.0 times 10 to the power 3 Newton, or 1.0 kilonewton, not 1.00. Your major question, with the same preamble. Find the force needed to slide one plate relative to the other at 4.0 meters per second when the viscosity of the liquid between them is 2.5 pascals second. Yes, Ansabel.
2.5 kilonewton.
Pardon?
2.5 kilonewton.
Yes. Presbyterian boys, with the same preamble. Find the force needed to slide one plate relative to the other at 8.0 meters per second when the viscosity of the fluid between them is 1.5 pascals second. Wula.
9.8 kilonewton.
You answer it. That's answer it, and then I'm deducting 1 point anyway. Go ahead.
3.0 kilonewton.
Yes, 3.0 kilonewton. Please deduct a point. Next set, 10 seconds with a preamble to all schools. Preamble. NSMQ movements are non-directional responses to stimuli. Describe the following types of NSMQ movement. KNUST. Hyponasty. With the same preamble, MFANTSIPIM, nictinasty. Answer Bell.
Okay, nictinasty refers to the non-directional growth movement in plants that occurs as a result of the plant's tendency for it to touch the ground. That is, the plant would grow downwards in some cases of plants such as the creepers.
No, for bonus. All right, so this is the circadian rhythmic NSMQ movement of higher plants in response to the onset of darkness. So, movement in response to changes in light, especially darkness. With the same preamble, Presbyterian boys, epinasty. Yawson.
Epinasty refers to the growth movement, the growth of the downward part of a leaf due to the downward curving or downward growth of the leaf due to growth from the upper part.
I'll give you 2 out of 3. All right, so it's the downward bending from growth at the top. So, for example, if you have the bending down of a heavy flower, that is an example of epinasty. All right, next set, 10 seconds, and I have a preamble. Preamble to all schools. Identify the following in relation to a triangle. That's the preamble. I hope you got it. All right. So, KNUST. The point of intersection of the angle bisectors of a triangle. Yes, Aka?
The centroid.
That's incorrect. Go ahead. Also up here.
The incenter.
Yes. Your major question with the same preamble. The point of intersection of the medians of a triangle. Yes, also up here.
Centroid.
Yes. The point of intersection of the perpendicular bisectors of the sides of a triangle. Wula.
The orthocenter.
That's incorrect. Yes, Ansabel.
Circumcenter.
That's right. Next set, 10 seconds. KNUST. Give the hybridization of the bonding orbitals of oxygen in the compound NaOH. Yes, Aka?
P3. sp3.
Yes. Give the shape of the ion H3O plus. Ansabel.
It's trigonal pyramidal.
Yes. What is likely to be the shape of a molecule of aluminum hydride before it polymerizes? Wula.
Trigonal planar.
Yes. Next set, 30 seconds with a preamble to all schools. All right, so Callisto is a satellite of Jupiter, okay? Callisto is a satellite of Jupiter. So the absidial distances of Callisto, the absidial distances of Callisto are 1.869 times 10 to the power 9 meters and 1.897 times 10 to the power 9 meters. Did you get the preamble? Once again, all right. So the absidial distances of Callisto are 1.869 times 10 raised to the power 9 meters and 1.897 times 10 to the power 9 meters. That is the preamble. I hope you got it this time. All right, so now KNUST. What is the eccentricity of Callisto's orbit? Back on.
3.766 times 10 raised to the power 9 meters.
That's incorrect. For a bonus. The right answer is 7.435 times 10 to the power negative 3. MFANTSIPIM school. With the same preamble, what is the semi-major axis of Callisto's orbit? Also appear.
It's 9.485 times 10 exponent 8 meters.
That's incorrect. For bonus. The right answer is 1.883 times 10 to the power 9 meters. With the same preamble, Presbyterian boys, find the squared semi-minor axis of Callisto's orbit. Wula.
7.840 times 10 to the power 14 meters squared.
That's incorrect. For bonus. The right answer is 3.545 times 10 to the power 18 meters squared. Next set, 10 seconds. When I get to your school, this is the preamble. When I get to your school, I will give you a type of body fluid in mammals. Please explain the type of body fluid in mammals. Explain what it is. All right, so KNUST, transcellular fluid. For bonus. It is fluid that exists in spaces that do not receive circulation and offers support or protection, or the portion of the total body water that is contained within epithelial-lined spaces. With the same preamble in MFANTSIPIM school, interstitial fluid. Answer bell.
The interstitial fluid refers to the fluid that surrounds the body cells and as such bathes the cells of the body, such that it's capable of carrying some materials such as dissolved gases, food nutrients, and water to the cells of the body, which enables them to undergo their normal functions. And this is seen in examples such as the lymph, where the lymph goes to certain...
You are making things worse. 2 out of 3. It is the fluid that bathes cells in the tissues of organisms. In the tissues. All right. Presbyterian boys, intravascular fluid. Wula.
It is the type of cellular fluid which is found inside the cells of living organisms and is transported from cell to cell to enable movement of substances between cells.
No, for bonus. Oh. This is also known as blood plasma. is the fluid that surrounds blood cells and can be found in the blood vessels. Next set, 30 seconds with a preamble. Preamble to all schools. Find dy dx from the implicit equation. That is the preamble. Your implicit equation, KNUST, 3x squared plus 2xy plus y squared is equal to 10. Yes, Bakun.
dy over dx is equal to negative 2x over x plus y.
That's incorrect. Which of you, please? Wula.
dy dx is equal to negative 3x minus y, all divided by x plus y.
Yes. With the same preamble, MFANTSIPIM, your implicit equation is x squared minus xy minus y squared is equal to 8. Yes, so swap here.
dy dx is equal to 2x minus y all over the expression x plus 2y.
You are right. With the same preamble, your implicit equation is 2x squared plus 2xy minus 3y squared is equal to 7. Wula.
Yes, so we have dy dx being equal to 2x plus y divided by 3y minus x.
Yes. Last set of questions for the round. 30 seconds. KNUST. Tetraethyl lead is an organometallic compound with lead in the +4 oxidation state. Calculate the metal to organic component mass ratio. Atomic mass for lead is 207.0. That for carbon is 12.0. And for hydrogen, it's 1.0. Did they make it on time? Go ahead, Baku.
9:1.
That's incorrect. Who rang next? Yes, which of you? Also appear.
69:52.
That's incorrect. The right answer is 207:116. Your major question. Red lead is an oxide of lead of formula Pb3O4. Calculate the percentage oxygen in red lead and give your answer to one place of decimal. Atomic mass for Pb is 207. That for oxygen is 16. Yes, also appear.
5 points. Done. 9.4%.
That's incorrect. For bonus. The right answer is 9.3%. Last question. Calculate the percentage chlorine in lead 4 chloride and give your answer to one place of decimal. Atomic mass for lead is 207.0. That for chlorine is 35.5. Is your hand up, Wula? Go ahead.
39.8%.
That's incorrect. For bonus. Too late. The right answer is 40.7. And that's the end of the first round. At the end of the first round, KNUST Senior High School has 9 points. Presbyterian Boys Senior High School has 17 points. MFANTSIPIM School has 24 points. Is the microphone okay? Is the microphone okay? It sounds strange. It's fine. known as the speed race. The questions in the round are directed to all 3 schools simultaneously. For an opportunity to answer a question, you must ring for it. May I hear your bell, Presbyterian boys? Thank you. Yours, MFANTSIPIM School. Thank you. And yours, KNUST. Thanks. If you ring and answer correctly on the first attempt, 3 points. On the second attempt, 2 points. On the third attempt, 1 point. Be careful though, because if you try to answer a question and you are unsuccessful, you lose a precious point. For questions that require calculations, you have a maximum of 30 seconds to present your answer. If there are no calculations involved, you have a maximum of 10 seconds. Best wishes, everyone. First set of questions, 10 seconds each. First one. Where exactly can the proteins that make up the electron transport chain in animals be located? Yes, answer bell.
They are inside the inner membrane of the mitochondrion.
Yes. Next one. Which plant hormone can be used to stimulate a dwarf plant to grow to normal height? Yes, Hula.
Auxins.
No. Who rang next? Okay, go ahead, Aka.
Gibberellins.
Yes. Next one. Why is a food web more stable than a food chain? All right, so the food web is more stable because every organism has an alternative source of energy. Next set. First question, 10 seconds. Find the mode of the numbers 6, 3, 7, 6, 2, 1, 8, 2. Yes, Wula?
6.
That's incorrect. Who rang next? Who rang next? Okay, Aka. 6 and 2. Next one. 30 seconds. Find x if 3 consecutive terms of a linear sequence are x plus 1, 2x plus 1, x plus 5. Yourson.
X equals 3 over 2.
That's incorrect. Who rang next? Yes, answer bell.
X is minus 3.
No. Yes, Aka?
X is 3.
No. X is 2. No, it's working. When someone else has it down, they are pressing down on it, yours will not ring. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it, right? Next one, 10 seconds. How many vertices has a cuboid? Yes, which of you are also up here?
8 vertices.
8. Next set, 30 seconds each. The thermal conductivity of steel is 50.2 watt per meter Kelvin. Find the rate of transfer of thermal energy through an insulated steel rod of length 20.0 centimeters and cross-sectional area 4.00 centimeters squared, whose ends are in thermal contact with heat baths at 80.0 degrees Celsius and 30.0 degrees Celsius. Which of you answer bell?
It will be 50.2 times 10 to the power negative 1 watts.
Yes. But, answer bell, you're not going to get all that easily. How do you do it properly, scientific notation?
5.002.
Or normal. How do you say this properly?
5.02 watts.
Yes. Why? All right. Next one. A vehicle travels 25.0 kilometers at 60.0 kilometers per hour. Another 25.0 kilometers at 40.0 kilometers per hour. And yet another at 25.0 kilometers at 36.0 kilometers per hour without stopping. What is the average speed of the vehicle? Yes, also up here.
Madam, the average speed is 30. Make mistake.
That's incorrect. The right answer is 43.2 kilometers per hour. Next one. The electron Compton wavelength is 2.43 picometers. Find the wavelength of radiation scattered at a scattering angle of 90 degrees in a Compton scattering experiment conducted with photons of wavelength. Hey. All right, go ahead. Yourson.
2.43 picometers.
No. I continue reading for the benefit of the others. Conducted with photons of wavelength 93.57 picometers. Yes, answer bell.
It will be 96.0 picometers.
Yes. Next one. A 2.0 decimeter cube flask is filled with nitrogen gas at 27 degrees Celsius until the pressure is 40.0 kilopascal. Calculate the total pressure after 0.640 grams of oxygen has been added to the flask, and give your answer to 2 places of decimal. You may assume the gas constant R to be equal to 8.31 kilopascal decimeter cube per mole Kelvin, or this is equivalent to joule per mole Kelvin, and atomic mass of oxygen is 16.0. Yes, which of you, please? Aka.
64.9 kilopascals.
Again?
64.9 kilopascals.
That's incorrect. I asked for 2 places of decimal. The right answer is 64.93 kilopascal. Next one, 30 seconds. A metal X reacts with excess acid to give hydrogen gas according to the following equation. Solid X plus 2H plus going to X2 plus H2 gas. Calculate the atomic mass of the metal if 1.00 gram of it reacts with excess acid to give 400 centimeter cubed of H2 gas at 27 degrees Celsius and 100 kilopascal. Please give your answer to 1 place of decimal. R is still 8.31 kilopascal decimeter cube per mole Kelvin. Which of you also appear?
56.0 grams per mole.
That's incorrect. Which of you, please, your son?
120.0 gram per mole.
No. The right answer is 62.3. Last one. 10 seconds. Give one, only one condition under which the ideal gas equation. Yes, so appear.
Under very high pressures.
Okay, carry on.
High temperatures.
Okay, I continue reading for your benefit. Under which the ideal gas equation is no longer obeyed, and state the reason. If you had waited. Okay, so at high pressures, the volume of the gaseous molecules is no longer negligible. Or you could have told me at high pressures or low volume. Then here you have intermolecular attractive forces which tend to reduce the actual pressure. And then at low temperatures, the gases have either condensed to liquids or their volumes are small and the gaseous particles experience intermolecular forces. That's the end of the second round. Just keep them covered. Don't turn over until I ask you to turn over. And don't begin until I ask you to. At the end of the second round, KNUST Senior High School has 11 points. Presbyterian Boys Senior High School has 11 points. MFANTSIPIM School has 31 points. Round 3. This round has the problem of the day. The problem of the day is a single question to all 3 schools. From the time I ask you to begin, you have 3 minutes in which to compose a response to the problem of the day. The problem of the day is worth 10 points. Pardon? Notepad. You too. You too. Notepad for everyone. All right, so please put your pens down. And let's turn over our sheets and read the problem of the day together. Problem of the day. How do plants regulate the turgor pressure in their cells? That's the problem of the day. You may now begin. Please stop writing and present your answers. Thank you. Thank you. Ready. Contestants, please pick up your notepads and present your answers on the board as you have them here. gentlemen, to respond to a high concentration of water in what? You are supposed to replicate what you wrote. Pass some of the water out of the cell. Please check and redo. Make sure it's exactly what you have. Ready, I'll go again because they are still doing. Yet you have done it beautifully there. Fix. The absorption too. Water is absorbed. The contestants have presented their answers. Before I award the points, let's look at the suggested solution from our consultants. This is a problem in biology. Contestants were asked to explain how plants regulate the turgor pressure in their cells. That was it. Very short, very simple. Okay, so this is the suggested answer. Plants regulate the turgor pressure in their cells by directing water into specialized vacuoles. The vacuoles are hypertonic to the cytoplasm, so they draw water out of the cytoplasm. This allows the concentration of the cytoplasm to stay constant or consistent, while the water is continually moved into the cell. As turgor pressure builds in the vacuole, it pushes out against the sides of the cell. Each cell is assembled so that the cell walls are pushed together. In this way, each cell in a plant becomes a water-filled brick. Plants can even turn their leaves and stems towards the sun by modifying the turgor pressure in their cells. Now, the other side, if water is let out of this vacuole, the cell deflates by changing the turgor pressure of a small group of cells. All right, so the whole thing was mainly about the work of the vacuole in maintaining turgor pressure. All right, if you had a description with this kind of detail, you would get 10 points. Contestants. KNUST, you were skirting about the issue. You did write a few things. They are right, but you never even, not even once, mentioned the vacuole. It didn't appear in your answer at all. But because the things you wrote are right, and I have to accept them somehow, I'm giving you 2 out of 10. In MFANTSIPIM school, your answer was rather lengthy, going off on various different tangents, but the vacuole appears minimally. It's only in passing that the vacuole comes in. So I'm giving you 3 out of 10. Presbyterian boys, you mentioned the vacuole a little bit more, but your description does not meet the basic standard that is required to explain how the turgor pressure is maintained or regulated. And so I'm giving you 4 out of 10. That's the end of the problem of the day and the end of round 3. Please pick up your notepads. Fourth round. In this round, I'm going to be presenting you with statements. When you receive a statement, please consider the statement very carefully and let me know whether it's true or false. If you are right, 2 points. If you are incorrect, you lose a precious point. You may choose not to respond, in which case the statement becomes available to the 2 other schools. A school may ring and attempt an answer. If you're right, 4 points. If the answer is incorrect, there's that penalty, 1 point. Best wishes to everyone. I'm starting with you in MFANTSIPIM school.
When cleaning your vehicle by valeting, steaming, waxing, or polishing, make sure the engine is also sound. Servicing your vehicle with Gold Synthetic Oil and any quality Gold oil massages the engine, removes deposit, protects it from wear and tear for longer lasting performance, and makes your vehicle feel pampered. Made for diesel and super engines. Remember, after every 15,000 kilometers of enjoying your ride, service your engine with Gold Synthetic Oil.
Gold is a champion. That's why I, Azuma Nelson, 3 times world boxing champion and a patriot, always choose Gold.
Ashene Pankasa. Gold.
I can conveniently pay for my utility bills, my son's Cartoon Network on DSTV, and renew my internet services package. I can securely send my sweet mother her monthly allowance by simply transferring funds from my bond account into hers. I can also pay the gardener through any of the mobile money platforms available. I can verify if the check to the vendor has cleared. Now let me guess my sister is here at time so I can peacefully go back to sleep. With Bond Mobile app, you can do your banking anywhere. Download the Bond Mobile app on Apple Play Store or Google Play Store today. Bond, your success, our passion.
There's always that one individual so selfless and caring. The world still has caring people. Getting unexpected help is a joy for us. That's why at Prudential Life, we've introduced Ultimate, the no-lapse guarantee on your Premier and Classic farewell plans. The biggest challenge for most clients having a funeral policy is the fact that when they are unable to pay premiums due to financial challenges, the policies elapse and the full benefit falls off. We have introduced the no-lapse guarantee on our funeral plans. This ensures that you don't lose your full benefit during challenging financial moments. Prudential. Always listening, always understanding.
Welcome to the 2017 edition of the National Science and Math Quiz. Yes, Christopher. You're right.
Perimeter.
You're right. Yes, Krista.
NH3.
You're right.
It was exciting getting all the points in the last round to catch up.
No school is too little to be bullied.
Yes, Wanda.
Operation.
You are right.
The National Science and Maths Quiz is the longest running independent production on television. It's the one program that brings education authorities, teachers, allied staff, students, old student associations, and parents together in support of science education at the senior high school rank of the education ladder. The objectives of the National Science and Maths Quiz are to promote the study of the sciences and mathematics, to help senior high school students develop quick thinking skills and a probing and scientific mind about things around them, to promote healthy academic rivalry between senior high schools, to a lesser degree, keep old students still interested in their schools and encourage them to offer help to their alma mater, to inculcate a degree of science culture in the Ghanaian society for all to see science as a way of life. Let's take a walk down memory lane and see how far we have come in 25 years. The idea was not proposed at a national science fair or conference, but rather on the tennis court of the University of Ghana, Legon, where Mr. Kweku Mensah Bonsu, then managing director of Prime Time, was at the court to play the game after his own heart with his playmate, the late Professor Ebenezer Kweku Awotwe, Professor of Animal Science. Mr. Mensah Bonsu was curious as to why birds could stand on a live electric wire without getting electrocuted, but human beings could not do so. From Professor Kweku Awotwe's explanation, Mr. Mensah Bonsu got the idea of a quiz program focused on scientific explanations behind everyday phenomena, in addition to the topics from the regular science curriculum for senior high schools. Thus, it all began 25 years ago, in April 1993. Since then, the National Science and Maths Quiz NSMQ has seen 22 exciting editions.
Selecting the quiz mistress and the gender was entirely my decision. So one Saturday evening after tennis, we were sitting in Commonwealth Hall senior common room, and then Marianne was there. So I just said, he said, you talk to Marianne. Have you spoken with her? I said, no, I'm going to talk to her. So I talked to Marianne. Then Dr. Marianne Addy, later Professor Marianne Addy. I told her about the program and that I needed a quiz mistress. I wanted a quiz mistress. And she said, but why me? I said, you, because you are a female scientist with a PhD. Can you imagine the impact that this would have on the children, especially the girls? That I want you to be the quiz mistress, whether you like it or not. In fact, I've selected you as the quiz mistress. And she had a good laugh. I said, okay, I'll do it. And then when Marianne was leaving the program after 7 years, and this time she recommended Eureka MFA Adumako. And the first time I met her, I said, well, of course, if you're called Eureka, that's a name that came out of mathematics. So then, you are a quiz mistress. I met Dr. Kaufman at a program, and she and Professor Alote came to my office to talk to me about some mathematics competition or science, international science competition. And I went and talked to Dr. Awotwe. I've met her only once, but I think from the way she spoke and the way she carried herself. And Awotwe said, well, strangely, that's the person I was also thinking about. So I said, well, your job is cut out for you now. Our 3 quiz mistresses have all been great, I must say.
There would have been no excitement without very interesting and well-crafted questions. The nature of the competition requires that questions be of equal strength and difficulty at each stage of the competition. A team of consultants were selected to work on the questions. This is how the team was put together.
Then I got my friend Dr. Adanu, Komna Adanu, to do the physics. So Asmeni for chemistry, Adanu for physics. Then for biology, Awotwe himself, Mrs. Kwaku. She put together a team to do the maths. Now, beyond the first year of the competition, I got to know Dr. Douglas Edujemfi of the maths department. And Douglas agreed to be a part of the team. And since then, he's been a part.
The program was first recorded in October 1993 with the late Professor Marian Irama Ade, Professor of Biochemistry at the University of Ghana, Legon, as the quiz mistress. It was originally named the Brilliant Science and Maths Quiz, as Lever Brothers, now Unilever's Blue Soap Brilliant, was the sole sponsor of the program. The name was changed to National Science and Maths Quiz in 1998, when Brilliant dropped its sponsorship of the program due to change of management and policy direction. Amstel Malta from Ghana Breweries Limited, now Guinness Ghana Breweries Limited, took up sole sponsorship of the program from 1998 to 2001, when it dropped its sponsorship also for the same reasons. Next, the Ghana Education Trust Fund, GET Fund, sponsored the program from 2002 until 2008. In 2009, Primetime took up the cost of producing and airing the program in the hopes of attracting sponsorship to help pay for the program. But this did not work out, as education clearly was not seen as a priority by corporate Ghana at the time. Consequently, the program was forced to take a 2-year break, that is 2010 and 2011. The program, however, was such an important event on the academic calendar of the senior high schools that it was sorely missed. Thus, students, teachers, and parents alike began clamoring for its return.
This program went into a lull because of a lack of sponsorship. And myself, Mr. Mensa Bozu, we met the Director General, and we said this program must not die. So I'm glad that at least a company or a bank for that matter has found it necessary to partner with us to sponsor this program.
Thus, the number of participating schools was increased from 130.
In this round, I'm going to be presenting you with statements. When you receive a statement, please consider the statement carefully and let me know whether it's true or false. If you are right, 2 points. If you are incorrect, you lose a precious point. You may choose not to respond, in which case the statement becomes available to the 2 other schools. A school may ring and attempt an answer. If right, 2 full points. If incorrect, 1 point penalty. Best wishes to all 3 schools. I'm starting with you in MFANTSIPIM School. Your statement. In a long-chain saturated hydrocarbon, the carbon loses its tetrahedral geometry. Oswapia.
False.
That's right. Presbyterian boys. Alkanols are always water-soluble, even if they contain long carbon chains. Ula.
It's false.
Yes. KNUST. A primary alkanol with a long alkyl group can be oxidized to the corresponding alkanoic acid. Yes, Aka.
False.
No, that's a true statement. Next set, preamble. Preamble to all schools. State whether the following are true or false about adaptive features for arboreal life. I hope you got the preamble. All right. State whether the following are true or false about adaptive features of arboreal life. You got it this time? Good. So, possession of elongated limbs. Answer bell.
False.
No, that's a true statement. possession of claws. Wula. Yorson.
True.
Yes. Counter shading in coat color. Yes, Aka?
False.
No, that's a true statement. MFANTSIPIM. The principal constituents of an atomic nucleus are protons and neutrons, but some unstable nuclei contain electrons which they emit in beta decay processes. Yes, also up here.
False.
Yes. The stable low-mass nuclides have roughly equal numbers of protons and neutrons. Wula.
It's true.
Yes. Because a neutron has a mass that is greater than the sum of the masses of a proton and an electron, it is energetically possible for a free neutron to decay into a proton, an electron, and other particles. Yes, Aka?
False.
Oh, that's a true statement. The function y is equal to cosine of 3x is an odd function. Oh.
False.
Yes. The function y is equal to sine of 2x is an even function. Yorson.
False.
Yes. The function y is equal to tangent of x is an even function. Yes, Aka?
False.
Yes. Metallic bonds are neither covalent bonds nor van der Waals forces. Also up here.
True.
Yes. In graphite, layers of carbon rings are held by weak covalent bonds. Yes, Wula?
It's true.
No. They are held by van der Waals forces, not covalent bonds. No. All right, KNUST. Diamond is perhaps the hardest solid because of the tetrahedral arrangement of carbon atoms throughout the covalent network. Yes, Aka?
True.
No. That's a false statement. It's due to the strength of the carbon-carbon bonds in the three-dimensional network. Lysosomes can be expected to be present in large numbers in cells which secrete peptide hormones. Answer bell.
False.
Yes. Lysosomes can be expected to be present in large numbers in cells which are actively dividing. Wula.
It's false.
Yes. Lysosomes can be expected to be present in large numbers in cells which carry out phagocytosis. Aka.
True.
Yes. The force of gravity is conservative. Answer bell.
True.
Yes. The work done in moving a particle from one point to another in a gravitational field is independent of the path taken between the points. Yes, Yosin?
True.
Yes. The work done in moving a particle around a closed path in a gravitational field is 0. Aka?
True.
Yes. Last set of statements. The remainder, when the polynomial f of x is divided by the expression x plus a, is f of a. Also appear?
False.
Yes. If the polynomial function f of x is divisible by x minus a, then f of negative a is equal to 0. Yosin?
False.
Yes. Last statement. If the polynomial function f of x is divisible by 2x minus 1, then f of half is equal to 0. Yes, Aka?
True.
That's right. And that's the end of the 4th round. At the end of the 4th round, KNUST Senior High School has 17 points. Presbyterian Boys Senior High School has 28 points. MFANTSIPIM School has 47 points. Fifth and final round, round 5. In this round, I'm going to be reading out clues. Your objective is to solve the riddle. In order to have an opportunity at solving the riddle, you must ring for it. May I hear your bell, Presbyterian Boys? Thank you. Yours, MFANTSIPIM School. Thank you. And yours, KNUST. Thank you. If you solve the riddle on the first clue, 5 points. On the second clue, 4 points. On the third or any clue thereafter, 3 points. There are 4 riddles in all. Best wishes to all schools. First one. I am inherently a dynamic and complex system that is affected by different factors such as tillage, roots, biological activities, and rainfall events. In turn, I equally interact and affect the root growth and function, soil fauna and biota, water and solute transport processes, gas exchange, and thermal conductivity. Ignoring me or viewing me as static can lead to poor predictions of soil properties and might significantly affect the soil management. My decline under irrigation is usually related to the breakdown of aggregates and dispersion of clay material Yes, Ansabel.
Soil erosion.
No. I continue. And dispersion of clay material as a result of rapid wetting. I describe the arrangement of the solid parts of the soil. Yes, Wula.
The soil structure.
Yes, it's the soil structure. The last bit of it was the solid parts of the soil and of the pore spaces located between, and yes, is the soil structure. I was reading the last clue, 3 points. Next one. I encourage lasting relationships among friends, families, the young and the old. To do this, I constantly preach sharing as a virtue. Even when the sharing of resources is not done on equitable basis, I still encourage beneficiaries to stick together. I work among atoms of different elements. Yes, Wula.
Covalent bond.
Yes. Let me continue with the clues. So I work among atoms of different elements and sometimes between the same elements. Using me, atoms form molecules and complex ions. To test my strength, you need to break me up homolytically in my gaseous state. And of course, it's a covalent bond. They solved the riddle on the 4th clue, 3 points. Next one. I am an antiparticle of a well-known particle. Which of you, please? Wula?
The anti-electron neutrino.
No. Yes, Ansabel. It is the antiproton. And I read all the clues, and so 3 points. Last one.